I'm 32 weeks pregnant, and today at our ultrasound we found out that our baby is big. Hi, my name is Allie. Thanks for stopping by my channel today. I thought I would sit down and film for you my 32-week bump date, or my pregnancy update. I am 32 weeks and 1 day today, and I thought I'd just give you an update on how me and baby's week has been. How I usually do all my pregnancy updates is kind of like update on baby, update on mommy, and then kind of what's been going on during the week. And so let's begin with baby stats. On my bump app thing, it says your 32-week baby is as big as a squash. So still growing strong. Baby measures about 16.5 inches from head to toe and weighs in at about 3.8 pounds. And so that's definitely exciting. Definitely baby is getting bigger. Today I had my 32-week ultrasound for baby, and it was to check on the cysts that they had found back at my 18 to 20-week ultrasound on the placenta. I had the same thing with one of my other sons, and so they just want to check, make sure there weren't new ones, they didn't grow, and so it was a routine ultrasound. And so the ultrasound went great. I'm so thankful. There's no new cysts, the cysts haven't grown, so everything is fine. And it was really fun I love getting to see baby like bigger and stuff and on the ultrasound. And so some fun stats on baby are that I can actually tell you stats that we found out from the ultrasound, not just something, you know, from an app or something. Baby is starting to have hair, and so that was fun. They could see little bits of hair on the ultrasound thing, which is crazy that they can like see that. And they also said that his head was measuring large, which, backstory, all my children have large heads, and so it wasn't a surprise to me. But I'm 32 weeks and his head was measuring like 34, 35 weeks, which again is not surprising. And everything else was measuring great, but the one thing that surprised me was how big he is. In the app, it says that baby is the size of a squash and around 3.8 pounds. And when I had my ultrasound with one of my other sons at 32 weeks, he was like 4 pounds. And so I was expecting to hear around that weight. And so when she was measuring and adding in all the measurements, she said he weighs about 5 pounds, which surprised me because I'm like, 5 pounds at 32 weeks. That means he's gonna be a big baby. So yeah. And so that definitely surprised me. He's bigger. But they said he looked great, he looked healthy, everything was measuring well, his heartbeat, he was doing practice breathing, which was really fun to see. Those are the stats for baby, and so he's definitely growing and getting bigger. I can definitely feel his movements a lot more. I can tell it makes a bit more sense now that he does weigh a bit more, because I feel like he feels like heavy. And like it's normal for, you know, you're starting as your baby's, you know, getting bigger, you feel heavier. But I feel sometimes like he feels heavy. And so if he is, you know, 5 pounds, and he is getting heavier. Stats for mommy. I forgot to measure my belly, of course. But I do know my weight. I'm 161 pounds, so I've gained a little over 30 pounds this pregnancy, which is pretty normal for me. The midwives are perfectly fine with it. They said everything was looking good. I had a midwife appointment today as well as my ultrasound, and they said everything was looking great. They said my weight was fine, and so I've been doing pretty good so far. And so on the symptoms for me, I think the biggest change this week has been, I think like the aches and pains have kicked in more. I'm definitely getting to that stage in pregnancy where like my back hurts a lot, especially if I sit a lot. And I always want to have either something wadded up and put on my back, or have like my arm back there or something. And so definitely starting to get the aches and pains a bit more. Just feeling like I don't want to walk up the stairs even though I have to. And just kind of those typical pregnancy aches and pains. One other symptom has been the heartburn has kicked up again. So my Tums have been my friend again. And another thing has been I was trying to explain it to my midwife today. I'm like, they're not Braxton Hicks. It's not like the tightening up where you're like, oh, that's a Braxton Hicks. And it's not a contraction, but just feeling like crampy and achy. I think just kind of the weight of everything and just feeling that way. I've definitely been the past couple of days feeling very kind of achy and crampy. But otherwise, those not really any other new symptoms, but those have definitely been the ones that have been more prevalent this week. upcoming appointments. I have my next midwife appointment in 2 weeks, so I'm going every 2 weeks now, and that will be like mid-month or so. That will be my 34-week midwife appointment, and so excited to be getting closer to like the weekly appointments and then the countdown, which is crazy how fast it's all coming. But we're so excited to meet the little boy that God has blessed us with. So an update on this week. Not a super eventful week, just been kind of, grocery shopping, doing typical things, but definitely, like I was saying in my symptoms, feeling just the aches and pains really setting in this week or so. Definitely just having to remind myself to take it easy and to not push myself too much when it comes to like trying to go crazy and clean and things like that. But definitely starting to feel that slight antsy kind of wanting to nest mode. And so I was debating going back and forth about maybe doing like a cleaning series / nesting series of kind of organizing and going through my house. And so I didn't know if that would be a fun video for you all or not, but definitely leave comments down below if you'd be interested in seeing a video like that. But otherwise, yeah, just kind of getting into that, you know, nesting mode. A baby's coming pretty soon. But otherwise, not much has gone on this past week. But today I had both my 32-week ultrasound and my 32-week midwife appointment. And one of the reasons I had it that way is I scheduled my ultrasound a long time ago, and so when I had to schedule my midwife appointment, I was like, I can get it on the same day, I can get 2 things done at once, and if there's any results from the ultrasound, my midwife should know it by my appointment. And so I went in for my ultrasound, everything went good. They said baby was measuring great, they said placenta and the cyst, everything looked fine, and like I mentioned in the baby updates, he's measuring big. And so I was definitely curious what the midwives would say. So when I went in for my midwife appointment, they said everything looked good. They said my weight was fine. They checked his heartbeat was good. And I was talking about the weight with her, and I was saying it's interesting because I always measure right on time. And they measured me today, and I measured right at 32 weeks. So it's interesting that he can be bigger, but I don't measure ahead. But she said I must have room for him somehow in there, that it doesn't make me measure ahead or anything. But she said he's looking great, he's head down, which is good, and definitely his head's down in there. And she said that weight wise though, it's perfectly fine, he'll just probably be a big boy. And we kind of just talked over some, you know, just typical things, talked about my iron a little bit, and switching and going to try a different iron to see if that will help, and hopefully I don't react to it the same way. But otherwise, yeah, everything went good. But otherwise, I don't have much else to update. Everything was going great, which I'm very thankful for. I'm hoping soon, I've been trying to make the list of a couple of videos I want to make before baby comes. And so I saw in one of the comments I had asking about the pregnancy tag, so I actually looked that up. And I might be trying to do a video on that. And like I said, maybe like a nesting kind of cleaning series for all those other mamas out there in nesting mode and wanting to clean. Some reason, I don't know, there's something about watching like the motivational cleaning videos and then when you're in like nesting mode, it's probably a bad combo. But then all of a sudden I'm like, I want to clean, and I will go crazy and clean the whole house. Make some fun videos of it, hopefully to encourage some other mamas out there who want to go into nesting mode and clean as well. Keep an eye out for some of those videos coming up soon, and thanks again for stopping by my channel. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below if you'd like to come along on this journey with me and my family as we get ready to welcome baby number 4 to our family this August. And so we're very excited, we're getting close. I realized the other day that next month I'm due, which seems crazy that I can already say that, but it's true. And so we are getting closer. It is now less than 8, yeah, it's like 7 weeks and a couple of days until I'm due. And so I'm so excited to bring you along in this journey, and thanks again for stopping by. Here is a behind the scenes of filming a pregnancy update when you don't own a tripod. You use random things like humidifiers and books and baskets to prop up your camera. But hey, it works, and one of these days I will get a tripod.